Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out today's video. Today, I want to talk about the new meta that we're in, the Zap meta. And the first raid I want to look at is something Itzu did in Worlds today. Let's go ahead and hit play. I think it's going to be really important in Clash of Clans moving forward, understanding how to adapt new tools to your skill set or raids that you like to do, which is exactly what Itzu did here. He's very creative. He's a very talented player. Watching stuff like this really motivates me to be more creative as well. Now he zapped an Inferno, I think a Sweeper, and 2 Expos. He doesn't even go for the CC because here, stage 2, or phase 2, he's going to use a blimp to take out another Inferno, establish pathing, and pull out the CC. I talked about this a little bit in one of my videos recently, that the 3 most important things for me are pathing, value, and funnels, which he's doing really, really well with all of these aspects of the game with raids like this. The zap is getting him so much value. The blimp got him a perfect funnel for pathing, and now he's seeing his queen in. The one thing he doesn't do, which you're going to see in a second, is get the funnel for the queen at 11 o'clock to make sure she goes in for the town hall. But we'll take a look at that when we get there. Here he's dealing with the CC's got that down. He's going to have only 1 rage and 1 heal for this raid. He's got 2 freezes. He's going to have to rage going into that Warden Tower and that scatter shot because they just do too much damage. The Warden Tower alone does too much damage, and he needs to make sure he holds the ability for the Town Hall. So here he goes. He rages in, no problems, but he's going to start that miner on the mortar just 2 seconds too late. If that thing was done maybe 2 seconds sooner, I think he gets the town hall pretty easy. But now he starts a hybrid at 6 with the king at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, sending it in, kind of guessing where the giant bombs are here. Hits the heal leading up to the queen so that he could tome his way through the queen and the bomb tower into the royal champion on the back end. Now his queen did walk around the town hall. He does have 2 freezes, so he's going to be just fine with the queen moseying around. But here, I think he's starting to realize that he's going to have to waste that queen ability on the king. Getting the town hall's not a guarantee now. So here he goes, headhunter into the king, which is going to help a ton. But it's not going to help enough. The queen's going to get the town hall down to about 50% health. However, he did such a good job with his pathing and the value he got in the beginning of the raid that the hybrid makes it through. The world champion makes it through without the ability where he can use it here. Takes the town hall down to about 25%. Champion comes in, takes down the town hall. Beautiful raid, super creative, really high level gameplay, and this is for the worlds. This is where it all matters. This is not sitting on your couch in a war that doesn't matter. This is playing for everything, and he pulls out this. It's pretty incredible. He's a pretty incredible player. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a few more raids. Okay, so here we have a recent war with scorpion monkeys right after the update, and I think this illustrates what I'm talking about very well. First, we have a Zap Sui hybrid. Now, I did the Sui hybrid plenty of times with just using a blimp, but here he's going to zap a scatter shot and the CC, and then he's going to send his heroes in, I believe, for the town hall. Okay, here we go, balloons. Let's take a close look at this. Wall breaker. Okay. Baby on the 3 o'clock side doesn't quite get that funnel, so he's going to have to probably use, his king. Okay, king down. Wizard for the storage. I'm sure that he was wanting that king for the 12 o'clock funnel, but things are what they are. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. See if he can get that queen into the town hall. Here goes the queen. She does step up. He's got the siege barracks coming in over here at like 9:45, 10 o'clock to establish the funnel on the other side so he can send the hybrid in at 12. Queen does go in and take down the town hall with her ability. Hybrid is coming in through 12 with what doesn't look like necessarily the greatest pathing on the outside of the base, but since the siege barracks was able to get that funnel, once you get to the inside, the combination of that dead space and where he's zapped gives him a really nice funnel to lead the troops straight into the eagle. Siege barracks hogs are going to come around the outside defenses and pick those off, take care of all that outside. Uses his second heal in the core of the base to make sure that he has enough troops left to push through the back end, where you have the enemy king, a bomb tower, wizard tower, and 2 single target infernos. This is looking incredibly strong. This is just really good use of new meta tools for an older meta attack at this point. Does that royal champion get through the king? I don't think she can, right? Yeah, no way. So this actually gets pretty close, but the fact that you could pull this off or even think about this and be willing to try it, and this is a league match, that's pretty pretty special, I think. It's not easy to do. A lot of the times people just go with what's comfortable and make sure they know they could get the 2-star. But really good raid. Let's go ahead and take a look at another attack here. In this war, there were so many zap attacks, and I think we're all seeing this, and it's really fascinating. Now here we have a zap lalo, which I've stayed away from because one, it's not really my skill set. I would love to get better with lalo, but now is not really the time. I'm trying to adapt the new tools we're given to what I'm already good at. And everybody in the world, after Itsu made that video about Zap Lalo, has been covering Zap Lalo content, so I've been staying away from it. Now he goes king and queen on opposite sides of this diamond for the funnel. Royal champ up top, runs into the king. Weird, she's just gonna die there. Does get an air defense though, so I guess that's good. Okay, what's the king doing? What is he going to zap? Okay, he's going to zap the CC and a scatter shot. Okay. There we go. That it's down. Does he lalo top or bottom? Top or bottom? What are we going to do? Okay, he's coming in bottom. See, now if I do this, I'm 1-starring all day my lalo skill. This is not at all what I'd be able to pull off, but here we go. Okay, leading everybody in. Got 3 hounds stacked up on that air defense. Might be, that's interesting. Okay, he's coming into also 2 sweepers. All the balloons are stacked up on the eagle. 2 or 3 going for that wizard tower at 3. Blimp for the town hall. The town hall has walls immediately surrounding it, so if he's got gobs in there, it's going to go down super fast. And it looks like he does. And pushing through, he's got a rage for the sweeper and the wizard tower, and then he's got that other little pack of balloons coming up to the other wizard tower, and this is looking crushed. Wow. Pretty nice attack. Good value with the zaps. The Sui carved him up a really nice lane for pathing for the balloons. This is nice. Kind of had that hourglass shape to the defensive buildings that were left. Okay. Beautiful raid. Now I want to show one more, but it's not a triple. But it just shows something I think is also interesting and I've been thinking about, and it's using zaps with Yetis. Now he's going to start his funnel up here with the warden at 12 o'clock. What I think is really fascinating about the zaps is that with 5, right, it's 2.5 spells, he's going to take out the core of this base. He used the 4 quakes to open it up, and then he's going to zap the CC and the eagle, right? So then he can just send his Yetis in, and the base is almost like the Skelly Donut way back in Town Hall 10 or 11 days, where they would use Skellies to do the same thing, and they'd take out the core of the base, and then you could easily lalo the donut that was left. See, there he went with the zaps. He just got the CC and the eagle. So now he's got the funnel going at 12. He's got his king and siege barracks coming down at the 2 and 3 o'clock. Super wall breaker to get the first layer. And he's got 6 Yetis, 10 bowlers, which is a lot of firepower. Here we go. King moving up in there with the Yetis and the bowlers as well. Gets the second layer wall break. And everybody's going into the core of this base. Easy peasy. There we go. Can hit the ability. There it is. Perfect tome. All the troops should push down. Siege Barrack Hogs come out to get the Wizard Tower and the single target Inferno. Some of the troops actually pulled up and around the base. How weird. That Yeti at the very top. Why did he come way out there? That is so weird. What the heck? How unlucky. How unlucky. If everybody went down through the core of this base, down through this little section here, this is crushed. But because they all kind of went out, it's just going to fizzle out a little bit here. But this war illustrates what I've kind of had a feeling of this whole time, is that we're in a Zap meta. You should be adapting this to whatever skill set you have, because it is that strong. It gives you that much value that you can make it work with anything. And I think those are always the most valuable tools, especially in the game the way it is now, because Clash of Clans wants to be developing things for every player, not just lalo players, not just Yeti players, and not just hybrid players. So very cool. I'm really excited to give these zaps a few test runs on my style of raids and just see how they do. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for checking it out, and I will see you guys in the next one.